Okay, Fujifilm dropped 3 new cameras that you knew were coming, but anyway, they dropped them in the price, and 1 lens, which we also knew was coming. First on the lens is the 50mm f2 Fujifilm lens. That Fuji really made a big stupid mistake on that one. The lens that all the Fujifilm people are waiting for is the 80mm macro. 50mm lens on a DX crop is a 75mm equivalent. Nobody. I mean, someone's going to have to stick a deadly weapon to the back of my head to test that damn lens. So that was a mistake. I mean, there is a focal and an aperture that... No. That's the lens that Fuji should have made last, like 5 years from now or something. It's going to be $450. I know of nobody that's excited to test that lens, especially me. I mean... Anyway, the Fujifilm GFX, $6,500. I have the links below for you. $6,500 on a new medium format Fujifilm. Also released is the X-T20 Fujifilm camera. Upgrade from the X-T10. Also, the upgrade from this one, which is the X100T, is the X100F. It's going to be $1,300. The Fujifilm X-T20 is going to be $899 to $900. Basically, almost kind of half the price of a Fuji X-T2. Let's first go to the the X-T20 features. It's not going to have a joystick on the back like the Fujifilm X-T2. There's no ability to drop a vertical grip on it. It will do 4K video. It is going to have a nice touch screen, that I know. It's also going to have a flippy screen. It's basically going to be about 85% basically of the capabilities of the Fuji X-T2. What it's really going to be for is going to be the lure, the major bait for people that are like fence sitting on getting a Fuji. It's like, well, I don't want to drop $1,600 on a Fujifilm X-T2 with all its wonderful full-fledged capabilities. But at $900 they will be willing to. So it's obviously going to have very fast autofocus tracking, but it's not going to be that of the X-T2. Also, it's not going to have the video capabilities of the X-T2, but I mean, it's going to be 85% of the way there. It's not going to have the buffer of the Fuji X-T2 either, nor is it going to have a dual card slot. But for $900, basically half the price, that's really going to suck a lot of people into the, like I'm sitting on the fence on, like, buying a Fuji. This will make those people sitting on a fence go, they'll jump into Fujifilm system. So that is the entry door into Fuji's pro cameras with the X-T20 features. Major upgrade on the X100F. There's already one person that's reporting. There's like 4 video reviews on pre-production. Fujifilm, I'm going to say this ignorantly, sent a pre-production model to a guy that has 0 loyalty to Fuji, 1/4 as many subscribers as I do, 1/4, and wow, I don't even want to mention the person's name, but wow, Fuji, you sent that guy a Fuji? I mean, really, of all the people you could send a Fuji to, of all the people, you didn't send Ted Vieira. I mean, if you didn't want to send one to me, fine. You should have sent one to Ted Vieira or something. I mean, geez. I mean, really? You sent one to that guy? What? Like, got 0 loyalty to Fuji and did the most superficial review I could possibly imagine. Like, no way. Well, thanks. Thanks, Fuji. Thank you. Wait a minute. No, don't thank you. Anyway, the X100F is going to be $1,300. It has a joystick on the back. All these buttons over here on the left-hand side, thank God, have been moved over here. Some of them have been eliminated. We now have a front command dial in addition to a rear command dial. There is a flip-up, excuse me, not a flip-up, but a lift-up ISO dial like on the X Pro 2 on the X100F. But to get around that, because I never liked that feature on the X Pro 2 when I owned one for several months, you can actually drop it to A. And when you do that, that'll let you use the front command dial to switch the ISO. So you'll never have to do that whole friggin' lift the dial up crap on the X100F. The great news in the X100F, instead of the little dinky batteries, they come in the X100S and the X100T, like the one here. You know, these little tiny batteries which don't have a very long battery life. The new X100F, oh my god, is going to use the X-T2 batteries. So that is awesome. Be bigger battery, much longer life. The ultimate street camera. The ultimate street camera. Everything else pretty much the same. Well, I mean, it's kind of 24 megapixel sensor. Much faster autofocus. I don't know if they removed aperture chatter or not. They probably did. I know that it's going to have 5-stop compensation. Marvelously, they've moved all the buttons over here, so you never have to have, you never have to bring up your left hand. A lot of people, doing something else with this hand or whatever. I mean, all the buttons will be right here. So all these buttons over here have been eliminated and moved over there. So, and the joystick is right here. Excellent. Same 325 autofocus tracking points with the joystick, or what they call the lever. All us Americans call it a friggin' joystick. That is the it's $1,300, as I said. That's the camera. I've already got a pre-order from a couple different people that I have inside sources on. So I definitely cannot wait to get the X100F. That's actually the camera I'm excited about, not these other cameras. I mean, other people are excited about these other cameras. I shot medium format for ages. I'm just not excited about medium format. I mean, I'll be one of the first people to review it. I'm kind of excited about it, but not really. Because medium format is very purposeful. I mean, it's for hardcore product photography, commercial photography. Hardcore, high-end, high-paying portraiture, fashion photography. $6,500 is one hell of an awesome prize. Fuji's going to kick it out of the... I am 90% certain I am going to buy one. Like 90% certain. But I mean, I've done enough medium format, I know the dynamic range. I know all the capabilities of medium format. My basement is full of medium format negatives, both black and white and color. Medium format digital is no different than medium format film, except for the obvious. I really wish Fuji had come out with the 80mm lens to announce the beginning of this year instead of the latter part of this year. So that kind of bummed me out, but I knew that was going to happen. Nobody's looking forward to that stupid 50mm lens. Nobody. So that's it. Fujifilm today dropped 3 cameras and a lens and all the prices. $6,500 in the GFX body, $1,300 on the update to this, which is the X100F Fuji, and yeah, $899, $900, right, for the X-T20 Fuji, which will get a lot of fence sitters to jump into Fuji's arena. There are no real reviews out there because the people with there's like 4 or 5 videos on each one of these cameras, but none of them are to be trusted because there are people that sign confidentiality agreements not to give specifics because the finalized firmware is not available yet for these cameras, so they really can't talk legitimately about it as far as its abilities. But they also sign non-disclosure agreements. And, those sort of reviews are not to be trusted in any way, shape, or form. So even though there's a few reviews out there about these gears from Fuji, none of them are to be trusted for obvious reasons. And thanks to Fuji for sending a pre-production model to a guy with no subscribers with zero loyalty to Fuji. He's like, okay, that makes plenty of sense. No, it doesn't. Just being a little humorous, or am I? Or am I? Anyway, thanks for watching. So, congratulations to Fuji for dropping 3 cameras. Boom, boom, boom. The X100F is supposed to be available for purchase along with the GFX and supposedly also the X-T20 sometime in late February. So that means that they'll be dropping here in about a month or so. So, Fuji is now undeniably going to kick off the year with 3 piles of awesome Sony, Nikon. Nope, nobody else. Nope. That'll happen later the year. The year's not over with, but Fujifilm is definitely kicking the ball down the street to start off the year 2017. So those have just been announced tonight, a couple hours ago. Thank you for watching so much. Catch you later. Bye.